Hey guys, Lucky Cat here, and today I'm going to be telling you scary story times. So a lot of them are going to be my mom's, and some of them are going to be mine. So this might be a two-part story time, so please check in for my second part. If I do have one, I'll tell you at the end of this story time if there will be a second part. And check in for my video that I might post this weekend or next week about, it's going to be Christmas winter nails. It's going to be super pretty, and so please check in for that. Okay, let's get on to the story time. So the first one I'm going to be telling you is one of mine that happened over the summer, probably the end of the July, beginning of August. My friend, let's call her Alicia, came over. And so my sister was home, but my parents went out to dinner with some friends. I think it was like one of their friends' birthday parties. So they went to a bar and they hung out there till like 9 o'clock. So, we played Apples to Apples, the game. Then they went downstairs. Alicia and my sister went downstairs, and I didn't know about it. And I called them through the house saying, Alicia, Paige, are you there? Please tell me if you're there. And no one answered. So I just FaceTimed my sister and said, are you and Alicia downstairs? And she said, yes. And I said, can you please send someone upstairs? Because I just had like a really weird vibe. Sorry about that. I'm gonna leave it on there. That was funny. So that was my sister sneezing. I just got these really weird vibes, like that. Like I never really gotten those vibes before. It was really creepy. And then she said, fine, Alicia's coming up to get you, scared baby. She called me names and stuff. So I was waiting there, not even like 10 or 5 seconds later, I heard heavy footsteps coming from the hallway. So the layout of my house is kind of like, I was sitting in our sunroom. Then when you walk out like 20 feet, not 20 feet, like 15 feet, you go into my dining room, which is attached to my kitchen. Then you walk right, and there's this big hallway that can be dark, and it leads to my pantry, my grandparents' room in the winter, my parents' room, down to the basement where my bedroom is, and into a living room. So I heard heavy stompings coming from that hallway, like just like stomping back and forth, like someone had heavy boots on. And I was just like, Alicia? Paige? Is that you? No one answered. And once I said that, it stopped. I was so freaked out. I FaceTimed my sister, and I said, did Alicia come up yet? And she said, no. And I said, come up now. I'm really scared. I heard footsteps. I think someone broke into the house. So Alicia came up, and I was on the phone with my dad because I was really scared. I was like freaking out. I thought someone broke into the house. So I was like, Dad, someone broke into the house, I think, but someone's at the door and like stomping around in the hallway. Dad, I'm really scared. Well, it stopped, but I'm really scared, Dad. When are you going to be home? And he said, I'm going to be home in a few hours. And I was just like, jeez. He was going to be home in like 2 hours. So I was really scared. My friend came upstairs, and she brought me downstairs, and I was sitting in my bedroom. And so there's this bookshelf behind this like metal thing, and the books are like really tight in there. It's really hard to get stuff out of there unless moving the metal thing, and really hard to get stuff in there. I was sitting on my bed with my friend, and all of a sudden the books fell right off the shelf. I'm not joking. It like toppled over, and I was so startled, and I looked over, and I was starting to freak out. It was just like that. Alicia, how could those get out? Those were squeezed in there. And she was just like, I don't know. There has to be a logical explanation because she doesn't really believe in spirits. I don't really either. I only believe in good ones, not bad ones at all. So, but then, like a month or two later, my other friend came over. Let's call her Shannon. Shannon and I were talking, and I told her my experience. I told her about the stomping. And that night, she said around like 3 or 2 or like in between 12 and 3, she heard stomping coming from upstairs. And I knew no one would stomp upstairs because she said it was clearly boots. And I was just like, that's what I heard. And like this was right after I told her about my experience, so it was creepy. So, and then she got up in the middle of the night when she heard it and started walking up the stairs to the hallway, and it just kept on getting louder. Like 2 people were going in the same direction, and she ran downstairs and hid under the covers. She was flipped out. She hated that. So, and then like this was last weekend this happened. Another experience happened to me. This one was more recent. This was the last thing that happened to me, and I hope nothing's gonna happen to me because I'm telling about the story in my bedroom. So, I was staying overnight at my friend's, and the same person, Shannon, was sleeping downstairs in my bed, and my sister was sleeping in the other bed. And then she and my sister were playing downstairs, like they were messing around with stuff, making funny videos, and all of a sudden, she noticed that Paige had scratches all down her side, and it was like bleeding. And she looked at her side, and at the same exact spot, there were scratches down her side, like someone reached in bed and scraped her. But hers wasn't as bad as my sister's, so yeah, it was just really creepy. My last story time for this video, I'm definitely making a second part. My last story time is going to be the time where I talk to a spirit. Not on a Ouija board, not with a pendulum or anything, but at my friend, Catherine's house. I'm friends with Catherine and her sister, Shannon, the same exact person who got the scratches on her side, but this was before the scratches and after the stomping. It was in the summers again. It was like late, maybe like middle of August, and she and I were on the swings. Well, her sister and I were on the swings in their backyard, and there was no wind. Like, it was really hard to get the swing started because they're really stubborn. When there's wind, they really go. But there was no wind. It was like seriously like the gate's really hard to open because it's like pressed against the ground and you really need to push, and it's latched into something, and like we latched it into the ground and had it opened, and all of a sudden we were swinging there and the door slammed shut. Well, the gate slammed shut. We were so startled. I mean, and we got her sister, Shannon, out, and we got their little brother, let's call him Nicholas, out, but like we told him not to mess around with this. We told him this was a bad idea, so we put him back inside. So we started saying, we opened up the gate again and said, open up the gate more and close the gate, or close the gate. Open up the gate if you're a girl and close the gate if you're a boy. The gate opened up like this. And I said, stop. And it stopped. I was scared. And then all of a sudden, so we asked it more questions. We asked, was it murdered? And it said yes. Are you a girl? And it said yes. And by the door opening and the door closing. And so I started getting really freaked out. I ran over to the swings and said, stop it. Guys, stop playing this joke on me. If this is a joke, then freaking stop it. They said, we wouldn't be messing around with you like this. We know you hate stuff like this. And I would just like, please tell me if this is a joke you're playing. And they said no. They kept on denying it and saying no. So I really thought it was a spirit. So yeah, those are my creepy story times. I'm definitely making another video soon. I'm going to be doing a giveaway of my old Christmas presents that I don't want anymore. So check in for that. Once I get enough subscribers, I'm going to start doing that. So thanks. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Hit that thumbs up button. Comment down below if you want me to do any more story times. If you want me, what tutorials you want me to do. And please check in for my winter nail tutorial. It's going to be so cool. And the nails are going to be so pretty. So thanks for watching. Remember, subscribe and hit that thumbs up.